All right, hello. We're back again for more Garbage and Glory adventures. I am joined tonight. We're starting another adventure with another two players. So I'm joined tonight by these players, and I will introduce them, and then they will introduce their characters. We have Dominique Dickey here tonight. Who you playing, Dominique?
And I'm playing Taki Taki. The dumpster diviner is my calling, and my title that I start out with is Sunbeam, and we're gonna find out what that means.
Yeah, right. We're going to find out. And I'm also joined tonight by Kyle Ott of Desk and Dorks, the publishing company and the YouTube channel. Kyle, who
and
are
a
you
Garbage and Glory player today.
Today, a Garbage and Glory player.
Which is the important thing.
I am playing Droorz, the disposal expert. My title is the Dweller.
Proof that maybe the real dwellers were the friends we made along the way. We're gonna find out though. That's the exciting part.
Yeah, Drawers got to live somewhere. Okay, so I'm gonna set the scene for you a little bit. Okay, so it's been a few days since Pripa and Effluvia rescued the Cesscaster Raga from the Dim Danks. There's been some celebration. There's been some potion brewing going on. I'm going to hand out a potion here to you in a second. Also, there was something that they're calling the Great Porker War. Sicily and Gaffey came back from the Great Porker War with the most ridiculous a box full of it's a thick plastic box full of delicious snacks, and they're going on and on about it. And this has just led to discussion about the snacks in this box in particular have led to discussions about other times that have been just a stupid amount of food available, and the sort of rumor has it, right, that there's this location where you can see sweets. It's Seeweet, right? You see the sweets, right? And there's just so much food up in the C-suites, and it is worth going and investigating. This rumored bounteous land of plenty. And so the two of you have got the hankering now that you're probably going to go up there and see if you can climb the top of the Takamori Tower and get into the C-suite and see some sweets for yourself. So this is I'm telling you, this is where you're starting off.
Right.
Rather than giving you a choice of adventures, this is, I think, we pre-chose this adventure together. So these rumors have been circling around, and the way that one of the things that the way Garbage and Glory works is that you have a process at the beginning we call the stakes. You have to set the stakes for this adventure. So mechanically, you don't know what that is going to make harder once you get to that part of the adventure. But at the beginning of the adventure, your incentive to do it is because this whole thing is a storytelling thing. And so you remember how many sweets there were at this adventure. Because within the fiction of the game, we've already gone on this adventure. You're telling the story of the adventure, but you're trying to make the adventure sound more impressive in the retelling. Right. So you're going to make that. So you're making that bigger, right? How many sweets did you see in the Nakatamori Tower, right? And so it's going to start with at least 3, but we're going to throw it to you.
All I can think of is my character does not seem very intelligent. So all I'm thinking of is he's like,
There were at least 6 sweets.
All right. Well,
1, 2, 4, 6. At least 6 of them. There's too many for my hands.
This is great. We can play it that way if you want. And so, all six suites are up for discussion right now. So you've already jumped in. That's how you do it. You raise the thing. So you think you're saying that there's even more suites than has yet been told. And so Dominique, it is now to you for Taki Taki to either stay, or basically stay or raise, right? You can't lower. You can only say like, no, it was bigger than that. There were more of them. There were even more. And 10 is the limit, so you can't go higher than that. But you've got you got 6, quote unquote, 6 right now is the number. So are you gonna
All right.
is there more? Were there even more than that?
You like don't even understand what kinds of sweets there were when we got into the towers. I think there were 10.
All right. 10.
Out of context for like this, Dom, have you ever seen that meme where like it's the character types and it's like feral gremlin and they're attached to like a child leash and a harness, and then it's like that's all I can picture is the relationship between Taki Taki and Droorz. Like,
I'm loving this already.
Yeah. Why do you bring drawers everywhere? There were at least 6 of them. Drawers, that's the types of sweets. Right, at least 6.
All right. So the way it goes back and forth till somebody says no. That's you don't tell too much of a fib. So you're currently at 10, and I'm holding up 5 fingers for those people who are not watching the video. So you're at 10 now. So do you want to raise it, or do you want to say that's it?
Drawers does not know how to count that high, so Drawers is absolutely going to allow it to be a 10. That's a number that is beyond comprehension for Drawers.
All right, so you're stopping
at 2 digits. That's scary. There's 2 of them.
I got a couple digits.
And they're for stealing.
They are for stealing and occasionally sharing things, my friend.
See, I always forget to pull up the card deck first. So, all right, we're going to go to the card tabletop now, and
all right.
You've got, both of you have a stack of cards for your starting cards down the lower left of the screen. You can pick up that whole stack that has the number on it, and that will drop it into your own hand. You should have, 2 glory cards and 3 garbage cards. That's kind of your starting equipment. When you put your cards in your hand, make sure that neither of the yellow cards is a joker, because you don't. If it is, we'll give you a different card, because you don't want to start with a joker. The jokers are bad for glory.
Okay, I can put mine in. Dominique, can you put yours in?
Yes.
Okay, I see. Oh,
Yes.
because I see your cursor, but it's like over my hand. That's cool.
Oh, I think it's that they're like in the same, like both of our hands.
Are in the
They're
same
our
space. That
own,
makes
but they're
sense.
in the same space.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how it is. Okay, so the other way that stakes work is that you bid it up to 10, quote unquote 10, but really 5. And so you cut it off there, Kyle. You're like, no more than 10. And so you actually get all that glory or that garbage that's on the counter on the table as well, because the way it works is the naysayer gets the garbage immediately, and the other players all get glory equal to the stakes at the end of the adventure.
Cool.
So
I
you're
just grab all this now.
Yeah, so you are actually going to start out with like a lot of glory or a lot of garbage. So that
I have
might
10 cards.
Yeah, you've got a hand limit now of 10 cards. So like
Cool.
you can't have any more cards. So like there'll be probably you'll be incentivized to spend them on various things,
Nice.
which you could do. So garbage, briefly, to oversimplify for the two of you, garbage is what you use to make new equipment. You can also use it to like do in-game, like, oh, we need a ladder. Great. I'm going to use 3 hard trash and build a ladder real quick, and then we can get up through this next area. But if you save it to the end, you can use it on new equipment and stuff like that. Glory is more about buffing your skill rolls, because you have all this sort of reputation, this glory, this like memories of your past and ambitions for the future that drive you forward. And that is also used in between for leveling up. So,
And for context, face cards are glory and non-face cards are garbage. Is that
no, the backs are different colors. There's 2 decks of cards at play. So like the garbage cards are, there's like,
they all have the same back? Or at least mine all. Oh no, the yellow one does have glory.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, there's glory cards and garbage cards both.
Starting
And
to
you can
realize that
turn them
maybe
over.
Drawers is not me role playing a character. Maybe I'm just that dense.
You can click on them in your hand tray, and they'll flip over so you can see And you
That
can
makes
separate them into sections, and if you want to keep them separate and stuff like that. So
cool. For our amazing viewers at home, does the number and face card matter?
it depends on what you're doing with it. A lot of the effects call for any garbage or any glory card. When you're using it for crafting purposes, it does have you do count the pips. So like a 10 of hard trash is worth more than a 10 of 2 or a 2 of hard trash. So for crafting purposes, it is the number. For a lot of the game effects, it is just the card itself, and the some of the stuff that you can do with glory or garbage. One of the things you can do with it is it negates damage as you take the damage. You can be like, oh, it didn't hurt me. It broke this piece of garbage, and you discard the garbage.
Yeah, I just throw the trash.
And then glory works the opposite, where like after you are through a combat, you can heal yourself with glory, because it's sort of like, oh, I can't fall now, I must continue because I have legacy or I have things that I want, or, so you're sort of driven forward by your glory, and so it's a healing thing.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, and we'll get into some of those other things as they come up, but for now I think we're going to narrate the story of getting to I think I've said it different every time. This tower that you're going to.
Sakatumi Plaza.
Yeah, the Sakatumi Plaza. That's better, and I can maybe remember that.
Sakatumi Plaza.
I'm going to write that one down, and I think we're going to change it to that.
I can only imagine how many pugilists are there for fighting. And they must protect the sweets.
They will never give up the sweets, but we will take the sweets.
Indeed. All right, so I don't think this is a very far. Oh, I told you about the okay. So the potions that Raga, the Cesscaster, has made. One, I'm not gonna. So I'll tell you what they both are. There's a stench breath elixir, which can stun enemies, and there's also an adrenaline shot, which lets you reroll, possibly reroll dice and do the +1 stuff for those. So you each get to have one of them, and you can choose which one who wants to carry each one of those.
Do you have a preference, Dominique, on which one you?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not.
I was just
Do
thinking
you?
it'd be hilarious to give my character the adrenaline shot and just see what happens.
Yes. Okay.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
All right. So these are potions that this are your sewer alchemy potions that Raga the Cesscaster has made. So as a gift for saving her, you get to benefit from that knowledge now being part of your mask. The stench breath elixir that you have, Dominique, will basically, you drink it and then you breathe noxious fumes, and then it stuns all the creatures that are in the area. So you get stun means they basically will go last, so you can act before all of them if you want, or run away or whatever, and then the adrenaline shot, like I said, it is 4. It gives you 4 adrenaline when you take it, and then those 4 can be used at just +1 manipulations, like the normal sort of stuff that we'll get into, like, on top of your die rolls or reroll or whatever. If you remember to use them, maybe I'll remember to remind you, and we'll have that fun. All right. All right, so you're well prepared for this adventure. So I think that this place is not very far from the place where you live. I think the tree on the edge of the landfill where all of you adventurers that are part of this story live. You leave there and you go deeper into the Greystone cliffs that the ogres live in, and you are going deeper into the alleyways, which are known as the turns. You're navigating your way through all these different, these Greystone canyons, and eventually you come to the Sakatumi Plaza. where there's a tower, and it is basically this is a free form sort of adventure here. So it's sort of like, how do you think you could get in? Like maybe do some surveillance, maybe do some knowledge, maybe do some just walking in the front door. Like I don't know how you want to try and get in to a
tower
building.
made of glass? Like, is the tower made of glass? Like, are the windows made of glass?
I mean, I think there are definitely windows that are glass, and
Excellent.
there are also probably more I'm imagining more structural components as well. Like it's not solid glass. It's sort of like one of those, you know, the detailing it uses concrete in some parts and stone in other parts, or not concrete, but or concrete and metal, or concrete and glass, right? So it's got sort of patterns or whatever the windows are not solid wall of glass.
I'm gonna look at Taki and be like, we could always use the scouting rock, and it's very clearly just a rock attached to some rope. We could and it has like a face painted on it. We can send the rock in through the window, and then I can pull him back and see what he sees.
That is an option.
Uh-huh.
That is a thing that we could do. But you know what I think we could also maybe consider is that when the ogres who walk on two legs, we can also walk on two legs and we're better at it. But when
Yes.
the ogres that walk on two
They're
legs,
very
when they put all kinds of delicious goodies and also useful little items in the dumpster, there usually is some kind of portal that they come out of and they go back into.
So we could.
So if we find where the dumpster is, then we could maybe find how
Where the
the
portal
portal
is.
to the
And then we could go knock
dumpster.
through the portal and see.
Oh,
what the
totally.
rock says. Got it.
Totally.
I'm picking. That makes more sense now. Can I? I'm assuming we as raccoons, we have like great senses, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean,
Can we smell where the trash is?
I mean, that would be, I mean, it isn't like a special like smelling skill, right? But it's like, yeah, you can follow your nose. I think snooping around, I think snoop would be a great skill to roll to try to follow your nose to the location that you're trying to get to.
I would love to roll for snoop. I would love to do that.
All right. See if you can get 3 successes on your roll.
Okay, I am rolling.
So the way that this works is your starting dice pool. This is a D6 dice pool system. So your starting dice pool is the amount of training that you have in the skill, which is the number of check marks on the right-hand side of the skill's name.
Okay.
That dice pool can be manipulated, the +1 manipulations, by the number of attribute points you have in the relevant attribute. For Snoop, it is guts. So whatever your guts is the amount of manipulations you'll be able to make on your dice pool.
I have nothing in Snoop, which
Okay.
is even better.
Yeah,
But
sure.
I have 5 in guts because
Okay.
we all know Droorz is a brave raccoon.
So
Some would say foolish.
If
but
you have-
most would say brave.
So what this will be is, what you'll have to do is you've got 5 points to spend. So you'll have to buy the right to use a skill you don't have any training in. Then you'll have
Fantastic.
to buy at least 3 dice because you're looking for 3 successes.
Love it.
And then you can roll all of those. You probably should roll those dice. And then you'll have still 1 point that you haven't spent, which you could re-roll your failures, or possibly if you're on a 4, if you've got 2 successes and you need a 4, you could turn the 4 into a 5.
All right, I've got it. I'm buying 3d6. I'm doing it. I'm rolling it.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
On my 3d6 results are loading.
You're looking for 5 and you're looking for 5s and 6s to be a success. So you want 3 total.
Fantastic. I have a 1, I have a 4, and I have a 6.
Okay, so you could make. So here's what we do. So you've got 1 success on that roll. So you could make the 5. You can spend your last point of guts to make the 4 into a 5, and you'd only have 2, which would be a failure based on the 3. but you've got another raccoon there, so maybe I think I'll allow an assist to try and get that if you want to do that. Or you could spend your last point to re-roll both your 1 and your 4 and see if you get two successes out of those 2 dice. It's risky, but
it is risky. I'm gonna let I think maybe the real baked goods were the friends we made along the way, and I feel like I should let Taki Taki help me out. I think the true
definitely
power is friendship and opposable thumbs.
So Taki Taki, you have I don't know if you have Snoop or not. You can just roll your skill as well if you have it, but you also have magic if you were thinking of using some of that, or I don't know what you were trying to jump in with an assist on. So we're currently sort of you need to do something to push this. Droorz hasn't quite figured out where you're going yet. But what are you going to do to assist?
So I have a check mark for Snoop, but I don't have any to the right of it. So there's just the check mark on the left side of it. So that means that I don't get dice for it, right?
You don't have any starting dice, but you don't have to spend that initial point to buy the right to use an untrained skill because you are trained in it. You just don't have dice for it.
Got it.
So you're 1 ahead of where he was in this situation.
I'm going to roll for it, and then I would be... So, like, are we combining both of our results counting towards the 3 successes?
Yeah, I'm kind of... I mean, that's kind of what I'm saying. Like, you're providing an assist. If you can get at least 1 success somehow, then I'll consider this, this is non-standard rules, but, we're having fun here.
This is the time-honored raccoon technique of the raccoons stack one on top of each other like a totem pole, and it increases the power of all raccoons involved.
I think this is
I'm gonna
makes sense.
Spend 3 points out of guts to roll 3 dice.
Cool. Roll.
Oh, you can roll in this thing that you have. That's so cool.
I made a little. It's got some dice there. I haven't made it. It's not perfect because ideally you'd be able to like lock the dice that you were keeping, but
I should have done this instead. I had a 5 and a 6
really
and a 2
that's
instead.
really funny. I got a 2, a 3, and a 4.
That's a straight.
Yeah. Do I get anything for being a straight? Do I get anything for that?
You did it.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
All right. So I think what I'm going to say here is that this has led you to not to the portal where the trash comes in and out as you were looking for, but instead I think we're going to go back to the what'd you call it, the investigator stick? What did you call that?
Oh, the scouting rock.
The scouting rock. Right. So this may be where the scouting rock comes back because like you can smell. You didn't find a portal, but like you can smell that there's an opening above where you're at as you're like trying to search for this location. You're drawn there to this opening that has it has the smell you're looking for, but it is not it is not the portal you expected to find. It is a elevated opening in the side of the building, i.e. a window, but it's up a ways from you. So like you might be able to employ the scouting rock or some other methods to access this window. It's open and you can see it there, but it is and the smell of trash is coming out of it, but it is not easily accessible from your current location. So
I have an idea that might be smarter than my character is, but the scouting rock is a rock on a string.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
If the issue with the window is that it's too high up, can we throw the rock in the window and is there enough string to climb?
Oh, I mean, I think this is the obvious solution, I think.
Okay.
It's an old proverb. Not every solution needs a rock, but most of them do. And I have hurl as
When
a
you need a
strange
rock,
skill.
you need a rock.
That's exactly
Oh,
it.
hell yeah.
Yeah.
I have hurl as a trained skill with 2 check marks.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I'm just saying words right now.
I mean, I think that would be the exact skill that I would be
right.
asking you for.
love it.
And
I love it.
I think I'm going to make this relatively easy. Let's go with only 2 successes on your roll. So
All right, fantastic.
you've got hurl should be the same as guts, or it's the same guts. So you've got 5 ability to manipulate that too. So
All right, so I can purchase additional dice, right? So I can I'm gonna buy. Oh, let's just buy 2 dice.
okay.
I
So
have
you
5 guts, right?
yeah, you got 5 guts. So you're going to spend 2 dice to buy. So you're rolling 4 dice.
Yeah, amazing. That's a 6. That's a 4. That's a 1. That's a 6.
All right, you got your 2. Great. You didn't even need to
Sweet.
do it. You could spend one of your points to make your 4 or 5, and you could still re-roll. You could try to get more successes, but you don't really need to for
do
this
more
instant.
successes. Like yeah, I was gonna say. I think in the interest of getting us to that
Yeah.
sweets in the C suites, I'm gonna not add any.
Yeah. There are like a lot of the combat abilities, and weapons abilities have extra things you can do if you hit the target number. You can go over the target number and do extra effects. A lot of the magic is also built that way. And there's also sometimes I call for like what I call an open target number, which is just one of the more successes you get, the better you'll do. But this is just get that thing up there in that window. And
Cool.
so you hurl it up there, and
right before I do, I'm gonna look at the scouting rock. Big. Okay, Philip, just like we practiced. And then I'm just gonna chuck it. I literally just it just like shatters that thing.
oh, no, the window was
got
open.
it.
That's how you smelled that this was a access point.
Oh, can he break some glass anyway? Just 'cause.
Sure, sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Taki, we did it. I got a way up.
So you're in.
Where did Philip come from?
His parents. He's sensitive about it.
Ah. Okay. I understand.
I knew you would. That's why you're a good friend.
All right.
Let's go see some sweets.
So you are in the building, and you are. I mean, you've climbed up to the building as far as like a raccoon can throw a rock. So like, I'm thinking of this as like this is the second floor. Okay, this is a big tall building. You're gonna have to go up some more from where you are.
Okay.
So there are many things, ways to do it. There's like a broken series of like rises and walks. Some people might call them stairs. But they're each one about half as tall as you are. So like you can get up and you could go up some stairs. You'll see this. So this hallway that you came into a hallway. It's got like white, sort of weird, like weirdly textured like dust wall. I don't know. It just has a weird like sandpapery kind of texture. The floors in this room are very polished, flat stone. But it's the hallway that you come out in, and like there's some trash nearby that you smelled. There's a small bin of trash about as tall as you are. But beyond this is where that series of, you have to do a number of lifts to get yourself up further. There's also some like entrances, little cubbyhole entrances on the floors that you might investigate. There's also like a whole range of like metal doors. I mean, you know what metal is. You know what hard trash is. These are very highly reflective metal doors, and there's a whole series of them. So there's several routes you could explore to try to get higher up in the building. You can maybe think of some other interesting things as well, but these are the things that are immediately evident when you're here in the when you walk into this room. It's a big open room beyond this hallway that you entered, and there's various options for you to progress.
What do you think?
Well, it sounds like however we go, it might take a while. So I do want to take a quick little sneaky peek in the small trash can to see if there's anything that would be a good snack for on the way.
Excellent. Sure. I think, yeah, there's something there. Why don't you take another garbage card and you can tell us what you find?
All right.
So, diamonds are shiny trash, which means they're something special, usually magical or rare. Hearts are soft trash. Clubs are hard trash, and spades are sharp trash. So, depending on what card you just drew, you can tell us what exactly you found or that you want to.
Well, what's a joker?
Oh, that's very special. That's a rare item that incorporates aspects of all the trash.
Wow. Wow.
Officially the two jokers. I mean, officially, whatever. It doesn't matter. In the book, when we
Yeah.
made the card deck, one of the jokers is a like a fermented pineapple juice ring or pineapple ring can, a can of fermented pineapple rings. That is one of the jokers, and one of the other jokers is like a moldy boot. So it's
All right.
got they've got yeah, a worn out work boot. Those are the two jokers that are in the like official deck. But if you want to think of something else that incorporates multiple like aspects of the different soft, hard, shiny, and sharp, you can.
I like the pineapple can. I might
All
go
right.
with that one.
All right, so you've got a pineapple can of, and it is like fermented, so like you can kind of, and I think it's leaking a little bit, so it's like you can kind of, it like that's the smell that attracted you here in the first place.
Botulism.
And like it just has like, you can see that it's like bowed out, like it's almost, it's not spherical, but it's like it is no longer cylindrical. It is sort of like puffed and like yeah.
All right.
So you got this piece of trash, and when you play it, it would count as any one type of trash, right? That you could use. It could be whatever you need it to be when you play it.
All right.
All right. So you've got this minor boon from looking in the trash can. I love it. You still are wondering how you can get there. I think I'm going to tell you that there's a moment while you are looking. There's one of the door while you were looking, and so like you kind of catch the end of this. One of these doors opens, and like 2 or 3 ogres come out of it, and they're just sort of, you know, these enormous beings. They're at least 5 raccoons tall, and they just have like, you can feel their footfalls just from their size as they, you know, and they're like proceeding through this room. They don't look down the hallway. They don't notice you. They're on their way out the glass doors at the front of the building. But you just hear them, you see them and feel them move through this room. So like, you're kind of, you see that pass and you're like, oh, well, I'm glad we weren't out there because they could have seen us. But you're still in the hallway investigating the trash can.
They're so clumsy. They walk so heavy.
Ugly. They don't even have any fur, except they kind of have someone here and like here a little bit.
Yeah.
No tail.
And they have to walk on 2 legs. They can't choose to walk on 4 because we can do both.
Right? Imagine not having the option. Also,
I could never live like that.
they're so wasteful. Look at all the good stuff they throw out.
And they just leave it.
They just, I mean, it's more for us, I guess, but it's so wasteful. Can I just, like, reach in and pull out some random piece of thing, like, look at what they throw out? It could be actual horrid nothing.
So, I think one of the weird things that we established, so the raccoons don't understand that trash is generated by the humans or the ogres. They think ogres are guarding it, keeping it from you. That's why they get mad when you go after it, because they're there to prevent you from having it. But there's like
doing a terrible job guarding it.
there's like a
They
fundamental
left this so unprotected.
yeah.
The routes
yeah.
are like not even around it. They're honestly fire them. Whoever their overlord is doing a horrible job.
Yeah. It doesn't make 100% sense, but for the fictional comedy of it, it's like the raccoons do not understand that humans generate trash. Like they just think it like, I mean, and this is as Taki Taki as a dumpster diviner, this is sort of like where your like belief in the pile comes in, because the pile is the infinite. The pile is the infinite trash pile that exists surely somewhere in the universe. And you know the infinite trash pile exists surely somewhere in the universe because little fragments of the trash pile can be found in everyday life. It's just a blessing from the pile for the trash to be scattered around throughout the universe. And that's the belief in this pile is what powers a dumpster diviner's magic, right? They have pile magic. As opposed to a mess magus has trash magic because they've studied the nature of trash and can unlock its secrets, different from pile magic, which is belief in the infinite glorious pile. So
Is there a type
I
of
can
magic
only
where you-
imagine.
No, go ahead. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Oh, I can only imagine how many ogres are there to guard the pile.
yeah, I mean, it clearly it's some sort of like, I mean, that's probably part of why no one has ever confirmed that the pile exists or not. You know, it surely must exist, but it's hard to find.
I was just thinking, like, imagine if there's a trash magic and there's a like the pile is a sacred thing. Like, what school of magic is like the pile of clothes on the chair that people just leave there? Like, is that its own set? Like, is there a clutter mage? Like, is there like how does this? I love it.
I mean, we only went with pile magic and trash magic. I think in the expansion we have a third type, but it's mostly akin to trash magic. We did a pyromancer in the expansion, so they have a little bit different view on things.
It's just this bottle of spray deodorant and a lighter.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a fireball.
a raccoon that can make fire sounds so dangerous.
Yeah, I love that.
Right, but the basic thing is it's divided into pile magic and trash magic. But anyway, so as a dumpster diviner, you find this blessing of the pile, right? And you don't know where the ogres, why the ogres aren't guarding this or keeping you from it. It was meant to be. All right, so you are here, and those metal doors that those ogres came out of, they're starting to close. You could rush maybe over there, or I don't know. You've got options. What are you gonna do?
I think we gotta do it. I think that's our chance. We gotta take it. And that's when being able to go on 4 legs is useful because it's faster.
Mm.
You can really zoom, really put some speed on that thing.
Put some stank on it. I'm in.
All right. Do we have to roll to get through the doors before they
I
close?
think that you don't. If you want to get in the elevator, in this strange mob, you want to rush through these metal doors, you can do that. I think that is that's fine. If that is if that is what you want to do. So now, I don't know. What is the, I think this will take, so you've got an array of little symbols, arcane symbols. Now that you're in this room, the doors close automatically. Clearly magic, built by the ancients. And you're in this room, and it is like, I don't know, it's got like a blue, spongy, sort of like, it's almost like moss, but not really, because it's blue colored floor to this thing. And like, it looks like wood up the first half of it, but it is clearly not wood because it doesn't feel like wood or smell like wood. But it's
Imposter.
yeah. And then there's like a little ring around the room. It's a square room, basically. And then above that ring it's like shiny. It's so shiny. It's shinier than, it's like the stillest pool of water you have ever seen, except that it is upright and solid, you know. So that's the room you find yourself in. And there's a roof as well with, like, I don't know, a grid pattern of on the roof, right? You find yourself in this room. And it's I don't know, it's pretty tall. Pretty narrow, not narrow, but you know, it's not that big, but it's very tall. And there's a bunch of arcane symbols beside the metal door.
Do the blessings of the pile in any way help me understand these arcane symbols?
I mean, the pile could do a lot of stuff, but you're probably are you do you have lore? Lore would be the best if you have lore. But you could also like rely on the pile if you wanted to see what that happens.
I do not have lore.
Okay.
While Taki Taki is doing this, can Droorz literally just like, can the intrusive thoughts when he just presses all the buttons? Like that's,
oh my god.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's great. I think while Taki Taki,
okay, I'm out of character, Dominique.
Yes.
If you're okay with,
Yes,
Droorz
I am
doing
okay with that.
Okay, because all I could think about is your character like praying in the corner, like, "Oh, Pile, please help us to understand the nature of these." Oh, look at what that! If you hit them, they make a light, and it just hits all of them. Just all. Just every one of them. Everyone. She just jumps and hits one, and then he like slides down slowly. Like,
you know, it'll be what it is. I have my squishy can of pineapple. I'm prepared to meet whatever fate may present us with.
I appreciate that deeply, because I don't know what kind of fate we're gonna find, but I want to get out of this metal box.
Yeah, and the doors, whatever, the entrance that we came through, when those slid shut, they're staying shut, it would seem.
well, yeah.
This is some kind of ogre trap.
Well,
to protect the garbage.
it might be, but now that you've pushed all these buttons and illuminated all of these things, you definitely feel movement, like very vaguely similar to like when you're on a tree branch and the wind is blowing the tree and you feel it moving. Like you definitely know that this box is it's moving somehow. Like whether the whole construction is swaying or something, but it's definitely moving. And we're gonna see what I don't know what is trying to accelerate the adventure, right? Because we don't want to be here all day, but we're gonna see here what some of these things are. Okay.
I mean, I do want to be here all day. I
Yeah.
don't know if I can. Like,
Yeah,
my
yeah,
adult
yeah.
responsibility. I do want to be here all day. This so far, every part of this has been gas.
All right. So
It's just like that tale that Prippa told us about before our time, the day that the earth moved.
Wait, the Earth moves? Like every day, or like in general?
some days.
Yeah, some days it hasn't happened. I haven't had, not in my lifetime, but if you listen to the elders, it has happened in the past, and maybe this is how it felt like.
Okay. So
Philip, you're part of the Earth. Do you move?
while you're talking to Philip,
When you throw him,
what happens is the doors open, okay? And you're presented with like the opportunity to leave, but also only like one row of these lights has disappeared, right? And so you can make if you want to try and figure it out, I'll give you something to roll to try and figure out what is happening, but for right now, the door's open. You're presented with a different scene. It is not the stone lobby, the smooth stone lobby that you came in on. This is a different room. It looks like a hallway. That same blue knot moss extends out, and as you watch, the doors start to close again.
We gotta get out.
All right.
So-
Can I use
zoom in.
Philip to like hold the door, like I just
Well-
instinctively like to block the
Yeah,
elevator
you can.
door?
You can. And if
Fantastic.
you stick Philip in there, then like the doors will kind of like hit and then they open up again. And so like these doors are
you are part
magical.
of the
They're
earth.
like clearly don't want to or they fled from the stone or something. I don't know how you explain it to yourselves, but definitely the doors opened. Obviously I don't know whether, I mean, like, as players, you understand this is the elevator, and the elevator will keep rising. But like as characters, I don't know how you want to, like you said, if you want to leave, you could leave. The doors are going to try and close again after a few minutes, and if you stick yourself or Philip in there, they'll probably open up again.
Dominique, are our characters panicked enough? Do you think that we like absolutely want to like get out of here?
I think yes. I think we would be kind of freaking out in the elevator and would need to
Yeah.
get out of the elevator.
Okay. I imagine it's like closing on Philip and then opening and then closing
Yeah,
on Philip
yeah,
and
yeah,
opening. And we finally just time it and I yank Philip out at the last second.
All
Like
right.
tumble out into
All
the hallway.
right.
You're in this
All
hallway.
right.
And okay, so what I want to do before I want us to get to a good stopping point. So I'm going to ask you both, just purely narratively. You've only climbed now about a few. You're only up to like floor 7 in my little notes here.
Okay.
So like you're
I'm happy that we made it that far.
You're trying to
I thought
get-
we were on floor 3 or like 2.5. We're in the fucking
Once-
stairwell.
once you got to the
like,
elevator.
we made the most progress the first 5 minutes. We've been dicking around in the elevator. There's some human trying to get in and they can't. They're late for a meeting or something. Like what's happening? It's just elevator music and these 2 raccoons like dun 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 like. We're so unserious.
It's
Yeah.
perfect. That's the tone of this game.
Yeah, I love it. No, this is fantastic.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you both to just, as a purely narrative thing, you're going to narrate a scene of advancing up somehow. Like, as players, you know what a building is in general, so like you can figure out how that would be sort of a funny or interesting way for your raccoons to advance another couple floors through this process. So we're going to do this narratively to get to a good halfway point for our adventure. So either one of you take it first. Advance. Like, what's the next stage? You're out. You're on an upper floor. This looks like offices of some description on this floor. Hallways, doors. But where do you go? How do you get higher from here? What do you think?
I think that we walk very, very carefully on this fake imposter moss on the ground, and we are keeping an eye out for any kind of garbage that could be useful in getting us to the C-suite. And there is some kind of something that looks like hard garbage that is kind of wedge-shaped and is how would a raccoon even interpret this? A wedge-shaped piece of firm material that seems like it would be nice to chew on, but we can't liberate it because it's being held in place by an open door.
Nice. So you and what are you going to do with this? Where does this open door lead? What are you going to do with the wedge? What do you?
I think the open door that is being held open by this wedge that looks like it would be so wonderful, but we can't take it, leads to the stairs.
All right. So you do some like lifting of yourselves. You're climbing up. you're covering some distance. You've got a few more floors under your belt. Kyle, at some point, you're gonna get out of the stairwell and you're gonna take another route even further up. So, what does that look like?
I imagine that this is a building that has like the housekeeping carts, right? Whether it's like a janitor's cart or a thing.
Yeah.
And because I want to recreate a wonderful scene from Die Hard, and we haven't found our way into the air vents yet, I think there's a moment where I'm looking, I go, I know what that is. We can slip under it, and we hop into like the bottom space where like all the bottles are, and like obviously like, the trash bags are kind of draped over it, so it makes like almost a perfect little. So that scene in Die Hard when he's like crawling through the air vents with a lighter, it's like that, but replace the letter with like Taki holding the thing of pineapples, and we're just crouched on the bottom of the cart as it's rolling us to our next destination, up in some way, shape, or form.
Yeah. So like you hide, you expect it to move, you see that it's got, you've seen a wheel before, you know what that is. And so like, yeah, after a few more minutes of hiding, then yeah, somebody is, you hear those footsteps coming again, an ogre picks and is pushing this cart, and you're kind of seeing it like you just described, watching the hallways roll past and goes into one of those other rooms, like similar to the one that you came in before, but this one's a different, much wider, no fake moss, blue moss on the ground, very more utilitarian, and you feel that same sensation of the whole room vibrating and moving. And after that motion stops, the doors open up, and you are rolled out into a room that is paneled wood. It is full of people. It is well, maybe not full of people, but like, well, we'll see how many people there are later. But like,
it can be full of people. Are we like rolling out of the cart where like we think we're in the clear and we're like just in the center of a bunch of the ogres?
No. I want you to get what
Okay.
what I want is, we're gonna end on this little vision here. So you see and you smell a veritable feast. There are a lot of people here. There are a lot of ogres in this large room, but it's almost like a weird foresty kind of thing where they've got wooden fake trees, and they've got plants, and then just these long spreads of food, and you can smell it, and the smell is so strong that you can almost taste it, and all four of your eyes are just sort of like, ooh, there it is, as you're like rolling out of this secret room into this bigger space. Surely this is the C-suite, because you can see them now.
A C-suite.
I see so many sweets.
Yes.
And if you can see them, you can eat them.
Absolutely.
We can eat them. We can steal them.
We're going to get into that next time on this Garbage and Glory adventure. So before we get out of here tonight, Dominique, tell the people again, where can people find you? Thank you both for playing with me tonight. We'll be back for our next episode later, but goodbye for now to the watchers. Dominique, tell people where they can find you if you want to be found on the where do you want to be found on the internet, or your games. You got itch, all that stuff.
Yeah. Thank you again for having me. You can keep up with my work generally at DominiqueDickey.com, and there's like links to all of my work from that website. I'm also on itch as DomSDickey, and I'm DomSDickey on pretty much every social media platform, although I am not super active on most of them these days.
It's fair. There's a lot of reasons to be off of them.
Yeah.
Kyle, where can people find you?
Raccoons. Thanks, man. First of all, thanks for having me. Dom, thanks for being awesome to play with. This was great.
Yeah.
If you are interested in checking out my work, you can check out Desks and Dorks over on YouTube. If you're interested in how history intersects with role-playing games, which is primarily what we cover over there. And if you're interested in picking up any of our games, you can do that on itch.io, which is Desks and Dorks, or you can get physical copies for any of our games from our partners at Indie Press Revolution, Exalted Funeral, or Tabletop Bookshelf.
Nice. I met somebody from there just like a couple weeks ago. Well, not at the time that you're
one?
hearing this, but I don't remember the name. They were at Gamehole Con. So
No, wait, which one of the three?
I don't know. I should cut this part out. Anyway,
No, this is great.
thank you once more for watching this video, and we'll see you shortly in the next one.